Hello YouTube, Canadian Edge here, and we are going to do a knife review today. And the knife we have with us, it is the Rough Ryder RR2084. And I picked this thing up mostly because it was inexpensive and I wanted to see. I had a couple other Rough Ryders before, and I liked what they had to offer. And so I thought, you know what, this thing is $18.99 Canadian, much cheaper in the States. So it's not an expensive knife, but I like the dagger style and it attracted my attention. So anyway, let's get into what this actually has. Blade length on this, it is 3.5 inches. Open, it is 8.25 inches. And close, you got 4.75 inches. So it's a good size knife. Little bit of length to it, and yeah, it's got some size. The steel on this, it is a carbon steel, and it's a T10 carbon steel. So it might require a little more maintenance on your part, just to keep it up, but nonetheless, carbon steel is easy to sharpen and it'll maintain easily. So good on that. The weight of this, I didn't have the exact weight, and I cannot for the life of me find my scale. But it's a light knife, but I think it's gonna be just over 3 ounces. Anybody else who has one and has a scale, you can feel free to leave a note in the comments, or I might just add something there to the description. The handle, it is a G10 textured handle, and I like the texturing on it. The pocket clip, it is a right hand tip up deep carry pocket clip. Well, mostly deep carry. You do have slight little bit of the knife sticking out, but not very much. So I'm going to call it deep carry. It does have the flipper opening for opening that bad boy up. And it is a, excuse me, a liner lock. And yeah, it works quite well. It does have a lanyard hole for those that like to put on a lanyard. And I was quite surprised, for 20 bucks Canadian, you get ball bearing pivots in there. So, or ball bearings in the pivot, not a ball bearing pivot. Anyway, you know what I mean, right? Okay. So, and it is mostly centered. It goes off to the right hand side just slightly. Nothing too bad. And there is no blade play with it. So it sits in there nice and solid. So, you know what, for 20 bucks or 18 bucks, however you want to, it's not a bad knife. I'm really not, I'm impressed with what you get for $20, considering, you know, 20 bucks today doesn't often get you a lot. So the things let's do here first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's do a size comparison. So, the Ontario Rat 2, it is, you can see, quite a bit bigger than the Ontario Rat 2. And also the Benchmade Bug Out. You can see that it has some size on that as well. So, a little larger knife than the medium size. And I do have a couple larger knives here. I have the Civivi Cogent and the Sencut Saxi. And you can see that it is still got some length on it compared to the others. I know the camera kind of shows that the Saxi is close, but it's almost a finger width, at least my finger width, longer. So it is a good size knife. If you're looking for a dagger style and you're looking for a larger knife, this might be something you want to consider. Sharpness. Now, only one side of the blade is sharpened, this side, which is why I can run my finger on there and not get sliced up, as you probably figured, but it does have a nice edge to it if I can hold my paper properly. So yeah, cuts paper quite easily. And we'll get our other goodies out here. The good old zip tie. I haven't used it on a package with a zip tie, but it might be good for that because of the blade style. But we'll see how it cuts through that. It's a little effort. So, doesn't like zip ties. How about thicker cord there? Yeah, it cuts through that. So it could be slightly sharper, but cuts through the twine pretty easy. But you know what? For an inexpensive knife, if you're not happy with how sharp it is, it's easy enough to put an edge on that thing, a little better edge, hone it up and make it good. So yeah, not an issue. If you know somebody who sharpens, or if you sharpen knives yourself, you can always get that edge a little bit sharper. So what I liked about this knife, I really liked the aesthetics. I thought the aesthetics were good. When I ordered the knife, all I saw was the black and the blade, which I liked the dagger style blade. And I didn't see the red in the picture. So when I opened it up, I was pleasantly surprised by the red G10 liners and thought it looks really good. And then I mean, it's a very generic shape to it as far as dagger style knives go. And but I like the texturing that they've done on the handle. It gives it a good look. And the red really makes it pop, makes a good look, which I'm very happy about. And then, like I say, I like the dagger style blade. So nice fuller running through the blade there, and it looks really sharp, I think. And so very pleasant. And they even put on nice pivot caps so that it looks stylish. And for 20 bucks, you know what? It looks better than a lot of expensive knives that I've handled. So very happy with the aesthetics. The ergonomics on it are very good. You get a good hold on the knife, feels good in the hand. The flipper tab and that, they help make a good finger guard. Gets a good purchase so that the knife's not going to slip when you're using it. It's ergonomics on it are really good. I like the ergonomics. The grip on it, it's got nice texturing, makes it so it's not going to go anywhere in your hand, easy to hang on to. Even if you had wet hands and that, it would still stay in your hand quite well. You wouldn't have to worry about it. So yeah, very happy with the grip on it. Slim design, it fits in the pocket well. I've heard some people say that you can hook that on your pocket, kind of like the Emersons, and open it that way. I think you purposely have to try to do that. It doesn't do that just under normal removing it from your pocket. So, and the pivot on it, it is fairly smooth. It's not 100% smooth as some more expensive knives, but again, it is a low price knife and it almost drops closed. So you know what, I have no complaints about the pivot. It opens every time, opens smoothly every time. So yeah, happy with, you know, the price point, what you're getting. I think you're getting more than what you paid for with this knife. And then I've heard a couple people say, well, how do you know which side to open? Because if you grab on this side, you're not going to get it open because obviously the blade is there. The easiest way for me to remember, to open this is pocket clip down. If the pocket clip's down, I've got the right side to flip open. If the pocket clip is up, obviously it's not going to open because the blade is pushing back into the handle. So because it's only right hand, you don't have to worry. Even lefties, you're going to know, well, pocket clip will be up for them, but you'll be able to tell from the pocket clip. So pocket clip down for righties means that you've got it the right way to open it up. So just an easy way to remember if this is your knife, so that you don't have to do anything weird to your knife to mark it or whatever to open it up. I did have a couple dislikes on this. Of course, my usual dislike, the pocket clip. They did not make it flush. So there's wear and tear on your pocket. And the liner lock, it's not too bad, but it is relatively stiff. And so not the easiest to push down to unlock the blade, but you don't want it to open easily, so, or unlock easily, however you want to say that. So, you know, not the worst thing. It's just not as flexible as some of the knives that I have that are maybe a little more expensive. But if you are a person who likes a dagger style knife and don't want to spend a huge pile of money on a knife, I would recommend you take a look at these guys, because for the price point, you know what, I don't think you're going to find a much better knife. You can obviously spend more money and get a high quality knife if you want to do that. Easily you can do that too. But if you're just looking for a knife for everyday carry that, you know what, you're not going to lose any sleep if something happens to it, you don't want to break the bank, this is a knife for you to take a look at, because these are nice little knives. I'm very impressed with what you get for the price. So that is the Rough Ryder RR2084. I would recommend it as an everyday carry. It's a little larger knife, but you know what? It doesn't feel that large when you're using it. And so yeah, check them out. Rough Ryder's got some interesting designs, and the price is really good, and they seem to be decent knives. So Rough Ryder RR2084. All right. Thank you for joining me on this review. We'll do some more reviews coming up, some more unboxings. And hit the like, hit subscribe, leave me a comment. I will get back to you, and we'll do this all again. But until then, you stay safe and stay sharp.